Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to yet another video of Afri Ninja. If you're new, this is a platform, our space where we talk about deen, we talk about crazy stuff, society, madness, giggles, and all that. We're your host. I'm
The
Yasin.
madness comes from her. I don't want madness from her. It comes from her.
You'll know soon. I'm Yasin, and this is the Banana Girl. AKA Aisha. If you've been here since day one, thank you so much. Long time no see. It's been a month since we
God.
haven't posted.
January flew by.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are complaining about how January is so long.
I know,
It
it's
used
not-
to be.
Really?
But for the past 2 years, January
this-
flew by so much.
Yeah. Actually, this one was shorter.
It's ended.
Yeah. So it's been a minute. It's been a month. I think we haven't posted because
I
of
think so.
conflicting schedules and me sleeping all the time.
I'm always tired. Like I have to
Yes.
do my steps, and I'm always tired. My legs are
Exactly.
hurting.
But Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this time, this opportunity for us to make another video. Since we've been away for a month, today it's not anything heavy. It's just thoughts. These are the idea came from when we made, I don't know which video we made, and somebody was asking about our
Actually,
Mhm.
it came from our MSA Quran.
Oh really?
You know the guy who asked us how Islam has changed us.
Oh no, this one is the thoughts.
All the time.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's
This feels like when these actors are doing a movie and they feel like
Never mind.
but yeah.
cut that part out.
But yeah, this idea came from somebody. We made a video and someone actually texted in the comments section asking us about a particular topic, and they said, "What is our thoughts?" It has to do with marriage, kind of.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. Then how about these are the questions we got? It's basically the things that we talk about. Some might say it's controversial. I don't see them controversial, but yeah. So this is just us saying our opinions on things. So listen with an open heart. Is it an open heart? Yeah. It's open mind. Yes, open mind. Okay. Nothing personal. Okay. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like.
And share your own thoughts.
Exactly. And thank you so much for the support. Even though we're not here, you guys are always here.
Yeah. We have been thinking that.
Okay. So the most so this I think I'll just start with the most talked about topic in our society, and I'm guessing you're gonna guess this one. Yeah, it has to do with women, but the most important, the one that is given so much importance right now is marriage. No, it's marriage.
Okay.
Basically.
I thought
So
nowhere a bad
No.
a bias because
those ones are just ridiculous at some point. But yeah, I just wanted us to talk about basically to you, what do you think of the concept of marriage currently in our society? How the elders, how people see marriage right now.
You know, I feel like if I talk to some people well, she's not even married. How can she to talk?
You're allowed
Okay.
to talk. You're allowed.
But this is how from my observation from people.
Mhm.
This is how I see marriage in our society.
Mhm.
It's hell. It's sad.
Mhm.
It's actually sad. Honestly, the more you learn about it, the more you're like, oh my god. Because marriage to me is a form of partnership.
Mhm.
When Allah gave Adam alayhi salam Hawa, He gave Hawa to him for companionship.
Mhm.
Not because he wanted to, for sure Allah gave him also the role of being a leader, but the reason why Allah gave it is for him to have the companionship in his wife. But you will see that in our time, most people marry because they just want someone to sleep with. They don't want to come in. I get it.
Mhm.
I can understand that, but should that be why you should hold this heavy contract that
Mhm.
Allah has given you? It's a heavy contract, and once you say yes to marrying somebody,
Yeah.
you agree to the terms and conditions. There's no ifs, there's no buts.
Mhm.
And then in our time, we pick and choose what parts that we want to honor when it came to the contract, and the parts that we don't want to honor when it comes to the contract. And it reminds me of Banu Israel read it to Allah that, you know what, we seen your contract, but we'll get back to you later. We'll see what to do about it. It's like we're Muslims.
Yeah.
We don't have Allah said the believers, they said we hear and we obey.
Mhm.
So
We hear
even-
and we choose.
Not we hear and we choose, right? So even though sometimes some things you feel like, nah, it doesn't really favor me, Allah has actually commanded you to do it, and you should do it. But in our times, subhanAllah, there are several things when it comes to marriage. Obviously, not everyone's married.
Yeah.
If it works for you, it works for you. But I've been looking at some people in their marriage, and I'm like, there is nothing for me to actually positively envy. Like, oh my God, mashallah, I want that for me. No, I don't see it. In fact, it's like, okay, y'all keep that away from me.
I think what you said is very important, because it's like when you compare Hawa and Adam and us, it's like we no longer know the reasons of why we're getting married. We're getting married for the wrong reasons. We get married because we're at that age. We're getting married because family pressure. We're getting married because peer pressure. We're getting married because it's romanticized on social media. Oh, I want that first halal hug. It's like everything. We think that nowadays we think marriage is like the movies. You go and watch movies and all you want, I just want to get married. Then you get married, boom, you're like, this is not what I saw. Like what I saw. To me, basically, marriage is overrated. Calm down. And on an Islamic standpoint, marriage is very important as Muslims. But the way the society, like our society now, the way we carry marriage is very, very overrated, to a point now where we've seen like elders, they don't even care. They don't even care. Like we've seen like mothers, like the parents forcing their kids to marry someone,
and that's a sin.
Yeah, knowing that there's something wrong with that with their son.
And
but
some people don't even tell you that
exactly.
my son has something wrong.
Yeah, you see parents getting their kids, forcing their son to get married because he has anger issues, and they believe another woman will come and tame him. And I'm like, nah, this is not a zoo.
Well, he has infidelity
yes.
issues.
I'm like, deal with that first. Nowadays we use marriage to solve problems. I mean, yeah, like you said, like if you fear that you're gonna commit zina, marry. But if you have a problem, like for example, are we allowed to say the sex word on YouTube? I don't even know what we're allowed to say. But if you are an sex addict, just getting up and getting married, it's not gonna help you, because I don't know which Sheikh was talking about how all of his sessions is always women will have men who are struggling.
Yesterday, I read
yeah. And people don't care no more. They don't care when you're financially ready, physically ready. Some people are not okay up here. They're like a lunatic. Some people are not ready to commit with another human being. Some people are ready to get married, but they're not ready to go, like, to put in the work that comes with marriage. You know, just today I saw. Just today I saw a girl. She was like, okay, hypothetically speaking, I'm gonna ask you this question. Ask yourself if you're ready to get married. The moment she said, "Are you ready to put in the work?" I was like, what kind of work are we talking about? But jokingly. But she was talking about how if you have trauma, like she was basically saying, heal, like work on yourself first. All we hear is, marriage completes half of your deen. You are not even half. Like you are not even half.
I don't think we'll ever be half, girl.
But at least try.
I think marriage completes half, and we keep working on the other half.
No, but you have, you don't even have half.
Maybe a quarter.
But yeah, I believe we're just forcing now. We don't even we are getting to a point where marriage is more important than somebody's mental health. Marriage is more important than their voice. Like somebody will come and look at how now any conversation you bring in, as long as you're a woman, you're talking about like careers, you're talking about like basically working yourself. The next question is, what about marriage? You're gonna get married. We act like, I'm like, we're not saying it's not important. It's important, but the way we put so much pressure on, like the saying I said in my language. How did you get saved? Basically, some societies tell you if you're not married, you have no value. And I'm like, what about people who are not?
Has not written
exactly.
Everybody.
What about?
So I don't know why we keep pressuring everyone to get
I know, right? So do it at your make sure you're ready. Make sure you work on you. Make sure you have a half too before you find another half. Okay, don't go and get married just because blah blah blah. But again, these are just our opinions. Yeah. If we continue to talk about this, we will sleep here. Do you have anything to add?
No, I just think that it's very important when we go for like this Muslim session where whoever is conducting it's not biased and actually tells the truth when it comes to marriage. Because I was talking to somebody and I was telling him that I haven't attended a lot of marriages, but from what I've heard, they advise the women. They don't usually advise the men. And he was like, no, wait, no, they advise the man also, blah blah. Just that the man is not there.
Then who's the advice?
If they're advising the man and he's not present, what is the point?
The wind will carry it.
What is the point?
Oh wow.
Both couples need to be there. They hear from the imam what marriage is all about, the rights of the woman, the rights of the husband, how you need to handle things and stuff like that, But yeah, like I think that should be a minimum requirement for every couple.
Like marriage,
all time.
Like pre-marriage 101.
Pre-marriage
because you need to.
Yeah.
Some people are going to marriage, they don't know their rights, they know their husband's rights, and all of that. Yeah, you need to educate yourself, basically learn. But yeah, since we're talking about marriage and this is inside marriage, the next I love this because I remember Aisha saying if you want him to bring Jannah on
Guys, if you want the meher to be Jannah on earth, ask away.
But yeah,
there's
that's
no restriction.
That's the next point. Specifically, what do you think? What are your thoughts on high mahar prices?
Yo, I don't have any problem with it. Allah has not given any limits. You can ask for it. The only thing is the guy has to agree.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know why we have this argument with meher.
Wallahi, I would say for me, if you can afford it, just move along.
It's very simple.
Like, yeah, we don't have to like debate. We don't have to argue because I'm like, you know, some men say, oh, it's ridiculously high. There's a man out there who will pay that ridiculous price.
Times two.
Exactly. And I always say this: we all have our person out there. People are getting married just by like, what, cats, mushaf, musalli.
Literally.
Your person is gonna, your person is gonna be out there. We can sit here and say, yes, we're not saying that some sisters like they make the mahar so high. But again, we can sit here and say, sisters, the mahar are so high, brothers, this and that. At the end of the day, we're all gonna do what we wanna do. If you're not gonna pay it, somebody else is gonna pay it. So I feel like if you as a man, you see somebody that's why we have talking before getting married. Like you see somebody and you like them and you're talking and then you get to the part where you're discussing the mahar and mahar is not in your forte and you negotiate it and she's not willing to budge or move, just move. But we're getting I noticed that now our society, we don't know how to handle things when it doesn't go our way. This is how people have been called a gold digger. You know, these women, now we're getting to a point where they're coming with a requirement. If you're asking for this amount of mahar, you need to memorize this amount of surah. You need to know this hadith.
Requirement.
Yeah.
Someone up with the restriction, you up with who to put the requirements there.
Exactly.
I mean, if you think that you want somebody that has Quran and this before you pay them, sure, go ahead, you know. But just that it's not fair for us to attack other people. For example, if I ask for a low meher and then she asks for a high meher and then I'm like, oh, sisters who ask for high, it's not my business. I decide to choose the low, she decides to choose the high. Whoever is marrying her decides to give it to her.
True.
What can be my concern?
Yeah, I don't even know.
What can be my business in that matter?
Day your day, make a day my
Day
day.
your day, exactly. Let me focus on other things. I have other things to worry about rather than what like it's giving jealousy. I'm not gonna lie.
No, honestly, that's what we do now. It's like we take everything personal to a point that if I'm doing something, the whole society has to do it. So if you're not doing what I'm doing,
Like,
you call me a bad person. You know?
We should not be arguing about
Yeah,
it.
we should
It's
honestly.
something that has to be between two people.
Yeah.
I get it that okay, some sisters, some people are saying, oh, sisters are asking is so high. Let me tell you, somebody's high, somebody's low in their society. You know, like I see some people complain, some guys complain about meher back home, about how it's been high.
Back home, they
yeah.
have the audacity to complain. Yeah.
Apparently, they are standard.
That's
Okay,
they're giving me hey.
literally some $100. Like I'm not looking down on it, but that's the standard of the society, you know. But then you compare it to somebody else, you're like, where you you know, everyone is complaining.
Yeah.
Like you just have to discuss between the two of you. If the sister, because yes, alhamdulillah, we've been advised as sisters to not be overboard, to not be ridiculous about it. You know, I cannot come and ask for 5, you know, boards, private
after
boards.
you don't tell them to ask for them.
Girl, ask for Jannah. If he can do it, I can do it.
You're gonna be simple. You follow this one.
But like, I mean, ask for like 5 private boards, like 5 private, all those things. Is he a drug dealer to get me all that? Maybe. Okay, maybe he can, you know.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that can do that is limited for sure. I'm not supposed to be ridiculous about it, and I should. If I feel like it's me, if I find somebody that actually love and want to marry, and I know their financial condition, I feel, and I really want this person is special to me, and you know they have the things I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll just go that absurd, like that high. I don't call it absurd, you know, but because people have their reasons why they ask for high meher. People say it's security. People say you never know what's gonna happen. I get the reasons, you know, but for me, per se, I don't think I'll be that high or demand or you know, but I cannot also come and say that okay, just because this person is asking for something high and the other person, the guy cannot afford it, then she's a bad person.
Exactly.
She's a bad person, she's not a good woman and all those. Like, why do we fight about the most ridiculous thing? And it's crazy how some people say that is the reason why marriage doesn't work. That is the reason why, people are not married and all those things. Like, really?
Yeah, they just take everything personal.
Are
Like
you
it's
sure?
so life is so simple. Allah's made it so simple. You go, you find someone, they're giving you a price you cannot afford. And like, sister, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair, nice to meet you. You move along. But no, we attack each other saying, oh, he's broke,
And I
she's a
think
gold digger.
another reason is some of our boys,
Mhm.
not all of the men, but some of our boys who consider themselves men,
Yeah.
they don't want to work. Like, they don't want to actually, and there's some of them are so stingy.
Ooh.
Like, I was literally reading a hadith about how, God, I wish I can remember the exact hadith, but
Mhm.
Allah doesn't want a stingy person.
No, stingy is
The
not.
Prophet talked about against stingy people. Some people are so stingy that you can ask the most, like, the littlest matter and they're gonna still complain. Sometimes stinginess. Some of these guys is actually stinginess. Some of them is like, you wanna marry somebody, you want someone to be your companion, you want someone to be where you're gonna find comfort in, you want someone to be the mother of your children and to be the one to take care of your house when you're not there, but then you don't want to spend on that person. You feel like that person's not worth this amount of money. And marriage is not about worth or something, and it's not about buying the person. Like, some of them they'll think that they spent $200 on you, so they bought you.
Mhm.
But you just see somebody you really, really love and care for, and then you actually are able to afford it, but you say no. It's actually stinginess. Some of them
That's
like
actually that's wickedness. Wickedness at the highest level. But yeah, like the last thing you said, very important about value and mahar. It's getting to a point where now people think that the higher the money, the more value the woman has, and I'm like, it has nothing to do with like. That's why education is very important. You all go and learn. We don't need to be fighting each other. Whenever I see this discourse about the mahar, I just laugh, and I'm like,
I get pissed because I'm like, you all don't have anything better to do.
I don't
with your time.
understand. Like, brother, and you know what is funny? They're being mad about somebody
Yes,
else's
man, it doesn't concern you. Like, hey, you're not gonna answer for them. You're gonna answer for yourself.
Yes.
Why are you busy with somebody? Like, some people come and go on live.
Yeah.
Complain. I'm like, you all don't have time. Allah
Yeah.
said, well, answer. We don't have time.
They have time apparently. They have time. That's why they're wasting it on this thing. But why are you stressed? This is why you are stressed. You're wondering why your life is hard because you're making it hard. Ha! You don't have anything to add? Okay, while we discuss about still on mahar, and this is the question that the guy asked. What is our thoughts on it? And it's polygamy. What are your thoughts on basically polygamy?
You go first. You go first.
For me, I mean, I don't even know why people ask, because I'm like, what is gonna be like? I don't have no thoughts on it. I mean, I think when people ask what are your thoughts, they're asking you whether would you allow it or not. First of all, Islam allows it, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows it. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Islam allows it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows the men to marry more than one wife. If you're asking me personally, Yasin, will you do it? I don't know. I don't think so. And for people that are out there saying, as a Muslim woman, you should accept, no.
It's not my fault.
Exactly. It's not
I
by force.
It's by force of the men.
Exactly.
Why you gonna?
And before I used to say, okay, if the man, like if the man knows like that I'm supposed to have my own living arrangement and my co-wife is supposed to have, like, treat us how you're supposed to treat us. We're not gonna be in the same house, give us our due and all that. I used to say, yeah, then sure. And I'm not saying they're not like men out there who will do this, but in this economy, this time we're at right now, I don't wanna risk that. I don't want to risk it. But hey, if, like, for example, I'm talking to a guy and he made it very clear from the get-go, like, I'm gonna tell him also what I want. Okay, this is what you want. This is not what I want. And since I cannot give him what he wants, he cannot give me what I want. Alhamdulillah, there's nothing wrong. I don't know why we paint women as bad people. Or you guys don't want your men to marry multiple wives. You're jealous.
First of all,
Hey.
some of them don't have the spine to handle
They have a straw.
one wife, talk less of multiple wives. They don't have the spine to do that. I've seen several cases where, the wives have. We could just recently, was it last year, not too long ago?
Yeah.
The woman, the co-wife who, she murdered her co-wife, and I'm like, why?
Killing somebody over a man.
I'm
Yeah.
like, woman, please.
I would never.
I'll do such a thing in my life. Stuff. But it's crazy. It's like, honestly,
Yeah.
I get it. you're a man, you're gonna have all these women, men like women, and all those things. But hey, you're gonna answer for it, bro. Remember, you're gonna answer for it. Allah is gonna ask you about it, because Allah did not make it compulsory upon you. In fact, if anything, Allah required you to have one. If there's any requirement, Allah said stick to one. If you cannot handle being fair, because some people they get second wife and they neglect the first wife, and that's unfair. If you cannot handle being fair, yo, do yourself a favor. Qiyamah is long.
Wallahi.
Eternity is long. You don't want to be going to Jahannam because you held the rights of somebody against them. And you think, oh, it's a woman. I know in our society they don't really look at women as valuable or something like that. But wallahi, everyone has a right over everyone, and Allah is gonna make sure on the day of Qiyamah everyone gets what's owed to them. So you don't want, if it's yourself you want to sacrifice, go ahead, sacrifice. But if it's the right of somebody, hey, do not play with people's rights over you. That's one thing I will say. For me, polygamy, honestly, before it was like no. It's a no for me, you know, and I'm still on that side. That's my first choice. When it comes to, oh, will you be a second wife? It's like,
nah. It's not like we, don't get us wrong, it's not like we hate it. But you're asking us what we, I mean, if Allah, Qadar Allah, then yeah. But you're asking as a human being, do I want it? No. And there's nothing wrong with that.
For me, it's like being a second wife, then my husband being a second wife. I know they're two different things for me. Because being a second wife, so in our society, it's like, oh, basically, it's like you, because how our society treats polygamy, oh, he doesn't love the wife anymore, so sorry, being a second wife. And already the wife is going to have that resentment towards you because you are basically breaking her home. So being a second wife, that's kind of hard in that aspect, you know. But if my husband decides that he wants to bring a second wife and I haven't given him that contract of no second wife, and if I didn't do that contract,
that's why talk.
I'm just gonna say
talk before you get married.
Just make sure.
I know, right?
Opposite ends of the earth. Not that I'll fight her or whatever, no, but it's just that I don't know. It's not my first choice for sure, but you never know. Allah has written it, and I'm not totally against it. Like no, never. But it's just not my choice. And if my husband wants to do it, I mean, he's gonna have to give me a solid reason though, for sure.
Do they have business now? All the people I know that are married and second wives, you ask them. So especially the society I came from, they do it as a punishment. They do it because the first wife couldn't give him a male child. You know, all those, like, all for the wrong reasons. And it's scary because then when they marry the second wife, the first wife is treated poorly, treated badly, and that is why. And that's why people are against. Then society wonder why you guys not wanting, because we're scared. You know, if you were able to, we're not saying there are not men out there who are treating their like multiple wives right. They're out there. They're out there. So if you're able to show that,
even our society, people are good out there.
So if you're able to show that the woman you want to marry, that I definitely is gonna be okay, then sure, there are women out there who love co-wives, especially in Senegal. Oh my God, they love this wujje. You know what they say? Man kuma ñewul sa awo duma don sa ñaarel. I'm like, oh, if I don't envy your first wife, I'll not be your second wife. It's not me who said it, was a quote, it's a slogan, all of things. I'm like, yeah, so there are women out there who are happy, the men are treating them right. So it's just the statistics,
Well, anyways, I think with the recent stats of women and men being like equal in number, or women being higher than that women and men being equal in number and men being higher than women in number, I think we can put a pause on polygamy for now, because there's less women. There are less women out there than men. You all cannot go marry all the wives and leave your brothers out. Like, don't you want for your brother what you want for yourself? How are you gonna go marry all the women?
But certain things we don't.
How are you gonna go marry all the women and leave your brother single? Who are they gonna marry? Themselves? No. So let's just cut on that.
I know. Take a break. We take a break. Okay, so this question I'm laughing because I know I just answered already. It's gonna be fun. Should men help with chores?
What kind of question is that?
No, because why are they helping? They're going out working from 9 to 5.
Are they the only ones working? No one is not working in this economy. In this economy, you go out, you breathe, like it's $50.
I think that's like there isn't like any thoughts. It's just yes. You know, I don't even like the word help
it's your
because
house.
why are we saying help?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Why are we saying help?
Men partaking choice.
Yes.
They should just as a wife.
You should.
And yes, I get it. The domestic house stuff, it's more on the woman, and I'm not against that. Wallahi, I'm not against women doing domestic stuff like that, you know. But what is going to reduce from your manhood
A
if
lot.
you decide that, oh, you know what, my wife is gonna wake up, sweep, mop, wash dishes, cook, and all that. How about I do the dishes for her? Especially in these modern times where you all you have to do is load the dishwasher and go.
We're gonna lose your manhood, Aisha.
Let me take the trash for her. Like that's one thing I think I will not even compromise with my husband. I'm taking the trash. I cannot even taking the trash. It's a headache for me. There's purpose of that. But like, you know, she's gonna do all those things, and you have kids, especially when you have a baby. Like I used to do this thing I posted on WhatsApp where they said that it takes like a year for a woman to recover fully after giving birth. And I just thought about women back home. Not all of them, but many of them. You give birth, you expect to be in the kitchen in the next few days. You're supposed to cook, clean. Oh, that's subhanAllah, your body has gone through so much. You need to relax and recover. We don't even have time for all those things.
But if you're not even gonna help partake, pick up after yourself.
No, because
that
parents not teach them to
some
pick up
don't
after
even
themselves.
pick up after themselves.
Because they are men. Why
Hey,
should they pick up after
these are
themselves?
life skills, y'all. It's not like about feminine. It's not gender roles. These are life skills. You need to survive. So
And you know, these things used to work a lot in those days because the men go out and work and the women stay at home. Again, no problem. But in this economy, where you have both men and women working, bringing income to help because it's expensive.
yeah.
But then you both work 9 to 5, and then you both come home. You sit down, and she continues her work, and then she doesn't have time to rest. And then at the end of the night, at the end of the day, the night comes, and then you're like, oh, yeah, I need my ride for the bedroom, but she's tired because she left since morning, and when you came, you rested, but she didn't rest. And I don't know, I think that is wickedness. I don't know, men who do that, I feel like they don't love their wives. They just marry for marrying's sake.
Some people love. Do you think some people are married because they love you? Yeah.
Don't marry me because you don't love me, because you want something from me. No, I don't want that. But yeah, because there's no way. It's hard to understand.
Yeah, it's very hard. Help. We're not saying get up and be doing dishes, doing laundry. Nah, but help. Like it's
laundry
little
is
things.
there. You can, especially now with the laundry machine, the washing machine
Yeah.
gets back on, you wash your hands. But in this economy, in this side of the world where you have washing machines, you have some washing machines back home also.
Yeah, true.
You know. But for those who can afford it, all you have to do is just take the clothes and put them in the washing machine. That's literally all you have to do. Or maybe she wash the clothes and you come home, fold the damn clothes. What are you waiting for?
It's not his
She's
job.
not your servant. Like I said, Adam alayhi got Hawa as a companion. You know, he felt lonely. He wanted someone to, you know, basically take the loneliness away
That's
from
the
him.
thing. Adam lonely. These people are not lonely. They need help with chores. that's the thing. That's why. You know.
I am not. I love cooking, and I am not against any of these things, honestly. But I just think that if I'm doing all of these things only, then I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a full-time housewife. I don't have a problem with it. My husband can go and work and come back. If he wants, I'll even massage his feet when he comes back. But hey, as long as I'm not gonna go walk and come back, and then I have to break my back in the kitchen and then clean the whole house and everything. Like, hey,
I think that's the problem. Like men
my
don't.
bones, I cannot.
Some men don't realize how simple we are. Like how it's not like even the big things. Like imagine you come home and your wife is in the kitchen. And you're just there in the kitchen with her.
Literally.
Like let's say she's doing the dishes. I don't know. You're rinsing out the dishes.
Literally.
You're making space. Like just little things. Like you don't have to basically like let's flip this carpet. Let's do no. Just like the little things. But the fact that some people they're very rigid in these gender roles. Like they're not gonna even lift a plate. Like they will eat, get up, go to the sink, and leave the plate where they're sitting.
And the Prophet ﷺ, look at his lifestyle. That is not in his lifestyle.
Didn't they tell you the Prophet was just mending shoes? yeah, you see him as an example.
The Prophet ﷺ, Umar radiallahu anhu, that everyone is like, oh my God, he's such a this, that, he's strong, and even him was not like that. When it comes to women, he was very gentle with women. But we have very all men unfortunately have a very like the concept they have about this our Sahabas. I don't know where they got it from. It's like we're in different lifestyles and different books. Because no, if you look at Omar and the story I was telling you about how when there was a pregnant woman and he got in there, it was the first pregnancy. The father didn't know what to do, and Omar went to get his wife, and then the wife came and then helped. With the delivery, and Omar went to cook for these people.
If you were to tell that story, the first thing they would ask you, what is your source?
It's out there.
Because that's what they're obsessed about.
Right.
That's what they're obsessed with,
Right.
not the actual
Oh,
lesson.
is it true? No, it's not.
Exactly.
Even the Prophet was mending his shoe. They're like, no, it's not true. They try to downplay that so much. Why? What will they use from
I
you?
don't know.
Will it cause you to go to Jahannam?
Apparently.
If anything, you are doing a service to your wife, your kids. Obviously, that is something that Allah will reward more. But imagine a house where everyone is just angry. The father comes, everyone just runs away. The father comes, right? Where's the food? The food is not ready.
Some people they don't even talk to you. They don't even talk to you about your day. They just come. Where's the remote? They're watching a show or the news.
Even if your wife stayed at home the whole day, like how was the
they don't
day?
even talk.
How were the kids?
Sad. Very sad.
But
The last question is, it's not on here, but I just thought of it, is would you marry someone if the parents do not agree?
We already talked about this.
We did.
In one of our podcasts.
Well, I guess that's
About
it.
marriage.
I know, right?
I don't know. It depends on why they don't agree, honestly. For me, it depends on why.
What in this generation now? These people have parents. Do they even say they're wise? Because they don't want you.
For me, it
Some
depends
is
on
because
why.
of race, it's because of ethnicity, it's because they just have somebody in mind for their son. But I think, truly, like, it depends on your circumstances. But it's kind of scary because then you go and get married. Let's say, for example, you fought and they said no, and you went and get married. Good things happen, bad things happen, and then it affects the children too. Because kind of like how when you get married and then your let's say the mother side of the family doesn't like especially this is mostly the father's side.
The father's side, yeah.
And then the family starts treating them bad. But again,
Alhamdulillah, I'm gonna be a parent who listens. And my child comes and tells me that this and so tell me this way, that's the last time you're going there. Basically,
right.
But it depends on the why. Because some parents honestly are very ridiculous when it comes to reason. They have literally no Islamic side, moral reason, So
But
obviously it's not like something that I would want.
I know, right? But these were the questions we had today. This was fun. Surprisingly.
Y'all let us know what your thoughts on
yes, make sure you comment. I'm gonna show up in your dreams. Okay? Share and like. And thank you so much for tuning in. Until another day, we are your hosts, Aisha and Yasin. Assalamu alaikum.